Joe. I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Pleasure to speak to you. Maybe you could just kick us off with a brief intro. What can fans expect from the Lazarus Project Season 2? Where can we find all your characters?
Well, the characters are very much where we left them last time. They're stuck in this endless 3-week time loop, a sort of Groundhog Day type situation. So George, played by Papa, is trying to, well, he's sort of persona non grata in the Lazarus Project. He's trying to prove himself to everyone, get back in, win back their trust and love, at the same time trying to sort of, well, save the world. So, he's in a pickle.
And you just seem to have this real knack for, gripping, but also playfully fun and really stylish shows. I was a big fan of Giri Haji. But I think this is your first time going into a second season. So what was your approach and how exciting was that for you to have a chance, I guess, to go deeper and bigger and bolder?
Oh yeah, it was great. I mean, yeah, it was I've never had a second series before, so it was a nice surprise. But also it meant I had to, I'd really sort of written the show into a bit of a dead end. Not a dead end, but like a bit of a sort of cul-de-sac for the end of the series. The first thing I had to do was work out how to get the characters out of the impossible situation that we put them in, which was actually very challenging. So it was a bit of a double-edged sword. But no, it was lovely to come back.
You've got such an amazing cast. I mean, right in the centre of it though, Papa Seydoux. I mean, I loved him in I May Destroy You, other things. Saw him in The Effect, actually, at the National Theatre. He's phenomenal in this. What about him in particular, and also the rest of your cast is so amazing to work with?
I mean, I just love them, but obviously they're very, very talented, that's given. They're all very funny. They're all really good at comedy, and which I love in the actors I work with. They can do the drama, but they can also have a lightness of touch, and they can do sort of a reverence and acerbicness, and they can make you sort of fall in love with them with humour. So that's what I love about them all.
And yeah, there's such high production values, some incredible effects, but also these really great relationships that come out, and definitely all the humour. Did you have a favourite scene or a most challenging moment?
It was all pretty challenging, to be honest. Favourite scenes, I really loved whenever the whole sort of gang was together in the Lazarus Project HQ and they were sort of bouncing off each other. You have like a chance to have some like quite sort of funny moments, so they're chatting about their favourite films and stuff like that, which is always quite nice. It's like a little break from the car chases and stuff like that.
What is it about the sci-fi genre, in particular time travel? People just keep coming back to it, and it feels like particularly in this series, we're looking at, maybe it's that modern condition of not having control over what's happening outside of you, this thing of the collective good versus your own personal life, who has the authority on deciding which is more important. What do you think some of the themes are and the takeaways?
Oh, yeah, I mean, you nailed it, really. But I know, I mean, we try and sort of, we try and ask sort of big questions about morality and about, I think everyone sort of sees themselves as the hero of their own stories, obviously, and like they're the good guys, but like, are they and are they not? Like, the Lazarus Project is presented as this sort of good organisation, but maybe if we dig under the surface a little bit more, the choices they make, the things they do aren't quite as sort of squeaky clean as we think. So you could sort of look at the different layers that people and organisations have, and are any of us the good guys, that sort of thing.
And just very quickly, finally, season 3, or we've got other projects you're working on at the same time?
We'll see. Season 3 would be nice, but it'll be up to Sky if we come back. I've got a few other things I'm doing. I've got a show for Netflix which just started shooting last week, called Black Dolls with Keira Knightley, which I'm really excited about, and I've got a film coming out next year called The Union with Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry, which I worked on. So yeah, there's it's some pieces coming. Yeah, we left off with the world stuck in this endless, infinite 3-week time loop, and the whole world being destroyed at the end of every 21st of July. The world gets destroyed and everyone wakes up. And so that's where we left the characters, and so when we come back, it's just about George and Sarah and all of them trying to figure out how to get out of this seemingly impossible situation. Just an exciting sort of high concept thing. I like the way that we could use it, dig under the skin of the characters a little bit more. I find them also interesting, and obviously it's an amazing cast, with Papa and Angela and Caroline, all these really amazing actors that it was just like a joy to work with. And yeah, for me, it's just about using that sort of big premise to like do a sort of more intimate, character-based story. Yes, we have. We've got people like Colin Salmon and Sam Troughton, sort of new characters. We've got also we've got quite a few characters who only had small parts in the first series. We've got like Vanette Robinson back, we've got Brian Gleeson back, and Charlie Clyde's got a bigger part. So yeah, it was really nice being able to expand the cast and also just expand some people's roles with it as well. Yeah, I mean, there's loads of challenges. I mean, we did things like, because we do proper time travel now, we have like characters meeting themselves in the past. So you've got like two versions of like two Tom Burks or two Poppers, and then you have to like have people talking to each other. And so that was just a challenge to film that, and also a challenge to write it. You know, you have these big sort of group scenes with multiple versions of different characters and other new people from different timelines sort of coming in. So it was all very complex. Well, it's a Christmas set spy thriller. Kira's playing spy. That's about all I can tell you. We're doing a cast announcement soon. We've got some really, really amazing actors, and I'm really excited about it. And looking forward to being able to share it with people when we can. Very complex. It's a very complex process. A long linear storytelling. I have it took a long time, a lot of post-it notes, a lot of mind maps, a lot of late nights, but time travel. Yeah, never again. there was no technique. It was a sort of, my office slowly turned into a madhouse of confusion and storylines. The stakes have been raised. We do a whole thing where the characters are trapped in this endless 3-week loop, and which is bad enough. It's a sort of Groundhog Day type thing. And then one of the new characters, played by Sam Troughton, works out that if they stay in this loop for too long, then the universe will collapse and everyone dies. So the stakes are pretty high in that way. Yes, I'm looking. There's a scene in episode 4 where, without wanting to give anything away, because we go back and like do proper time travels, the characters go back in time and meet each other. So we get multiple Poppers, multiple Charlies, we got all of them. So there's a sort of a party scene where some of our characters bump into themselves from the past, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, why 3 weeks? That's a good question. I don't know. No, do you know what? Actually, no, I do know. Because the 1st of July is checkpoint day, and 21st of July, which is 3 weeks later, is my eldest son's birthday. So I chose that as a little nod to him. My youngest son gets nothing, but the youngest one gets his birthday.